Hello, my YouTube friends. Thank you, first of all, for subscribing, liking, commenting. I appreciate all of it. I'm having a pre-dinner cup of coffee. I just completed a different kind of workout than normal. For those of you who may or may not know, for the last week, I've been doing what I call injury modification workout. I did have some trouble in my leg. I don't know if it was a pulled muscle or, I don't know, beginning of arthritis. I don't know, whatever. So for a week, I did modified workouts where I did lighter weight, more reps, less rest. And then for the cardio, I also did 15 minutes less. I started feeling better about halfway through the week, but didn't want to take any unnecessary chances. I'd rather do extra precautionary workouts than have to end up missing workouts for many months because of the injury worsened. So today, I wanted to start all over again. But wouldn't you know it, Steve, who wakes up without the alarm clock at 5:30 every morning, didn't wake up until 7 a.m. Feeling a little sore, not pain, just a stiffness, a natural stiffness. I always feel a stiffness in my shoulder. I have for 15 years. And the way I sleep, I'm sure, doesn't help it. So between the stiffness in the shoulder, waking up late, I switched my workouts around. Normally, I do the lifting in the morning and then do the cardio when I return from work, usually at about 4:30, 4:45 in the evening. But because of the time constraints, I did the cardio first. I did the full 45. That was good. So I'm back on track with that. But then came this afternoon, and it was time for the chest and tricep workout. And it wasn't really feasible because I have other things that I need to do other than shooting this video in the evenings. And chest and triceps normally takes me 2 hours to do, or very close to it. So therefore, it wouldn't be a good idea. If I have to switch any workouts, it would be any other workout, back and biceps, shoulders and legs, would be a better switch than chest and triceps with the cardio. So I figured, one more precautionary injury workout won't hurt me. So I went to do it with the bands, and I just couldn't get in the groove. Only later, when I looked at YouTube, did I realize that I was using different bands the other time. So that would explain it. But in the heat of the moment, I decided to do my normal bench press that I do, except instead of doing multiple sets of 12 before dropping to 10 and 8, not including the warm-ups. Warm-ups, I do 2 sets of 8 normally. I decided to go back to what I used to do, 12, 10, 8, and 6 as the weight increases. So I did that, and I hit 6 on my heaviest weight that I did from last week. And I was feeling a little frisky, so I added another 10 pounds on. Now, ultimately, if I did 6, I would want to do 4 or 5 on this last set. But it was a 5th working set, which I normally don't do. It was a heavier weight than I've done in years. And remember, when I was doing it before, I was not using proper technique. I was not getting full range of motion. I wasn't using a negative rep. So it's like I've never done this weight. Yeah, I got up to doing 275 or so, but I was not even doing what would be classified as a partial rep. Basically, I was just breaking it off of the bar, or the supports, whatever you wish to call it, lowering the bar 2 or 3 inches only, and then putting it back and counting that as a full lift. So I don't do that anymore. Now every single lift is, it'll barely graze the chest or be just like a 1/4 of an inch away from it. And if I don't do it, then I add another rep on. That's my punishment to myself, by the way. So I did the 2 warm-up sets. I did 5 working sets. I did 3 reps on the last. I definitely feel I could have gotten a 4th out, but without a spot and it being the first time I tried this weight, I didn't want to press my luck. As the soup Nazi always says, don't press your luck, little man. So, and that's all I did for chest was that today because of the time constraints. Um, on bench presses, I got to rest between 2 to 3 minutes. So that's where most of the time goes. And then I switched to triceps and I did one exercise for triceps as well, which was a rope pull down. And the last set was a 12-10-8, or actually, to be more accurate, it was an 8-10-12 drop set on the last set. So I got my workout in less than 30 minutes. I feel the pump. I'm still pumped. It's an hour later, so I'm not going to train like this all the time, but it's nice to know that it was better than skipping. I'll tell you that much. I am kind of making excuses for what time I woke up and being stiff and not having enough time in the evening. I get it. I am making excuses, but at least I did something, so I am proud of that. And I did, in a sense, set a PR, so that's good too. And I've just learned that I've known this, but I need to be reminded that when it comes to doing my workout, I don't need to think about it in advance. I just need to shut up and do it, and then I'm fine. And that's what I should have done this morning, and I would have gotten a proper chest and tricep workout. But I'm not complaining about what I got. There's definitely going to be positive results. So thanks for watching again. Always appreciate the support.